Hey guys, I'm going to show you a technique that I use quite a lot when I'm painting and give you guys an overview. Like here is my palette. It's a acrylics water-based palette. It has a sponge in the bottom of it. As you can see, it's covered all kinds of paints because I was working on something earlier today and I just left it in there. A lot of them are transparent colors. Good old-fashioned water bottle, sponge, and a lot of times big old brushes like this, you know, Bob Ross style stuff. So what I'm going to show you is something that I do often when I'm looking for ideas, or if I have an idea in mind and I know that I want to, you know, get a base of my colors going. I'll do an acrylic drip. A lot of guys do this, a lot of people do this, and artists do this flat on a table for a more layered look and a more, you know, they can do circles and stuff. But I tend to do my stuff, you know, pretty just lay it on and go. What I'll often do after I sand the canvas is spray it down with some water. I'll just dip in. I just use this big old mason jar, you know, just full of water, and just kind of get it good and wet, get the brush good and wet. Keep a rag handy. I run on the bottom of my canvas here. I'll keep a towel going for drips and things like that. And then I'll just start working various colors and just start working them in the canvas, going up high and getting a good multitude. I know kind of what I want to put on this canvas as an end product. So I'm going to start getting some colors going. Right now it's just a matter of getting something on the canvas. You can put some mostly transparent colors. There we go, need some more blues in there. And I'll go right straight into the acrylic paint. I'll add a little bit of gesso, sometimes black or white for more opaque stuff. Sometimes I'll want to tighten something up and make it more opaque. I'll do that, using that for the corners. Get some colors going, I need some browns in there. And then just start where I know I'm going to want browns, earth tones. Start getting it going. I'm going to add a little bit of white gesso so I can add some opaqueness in certain areas of this. And again, I don't care about my canvas right now. I know you guys can't see it, but it's down there on my computer. Got a little bit of a glare going on. I'm going to move that out of the way so you can have a better idea of what's going on here. I'll get my brush ready. I'll load it with some browns, Payne's gray, a little bit of transparent black. As you can see, the brush is pretty loaded. And I'm going to start hitting this with a spray bottle. And what happens cannot be done with a brush or any other way. It's going to start a drip. And where I have lines, I add, I don't subtract. Take your hands, you start working color in different ways, diffusion. And as I start getting the streaks, I start looking for things that are cool. I'll just get quiet for a minute and work. Occasionally I'll throw in a crazy color, reds and yellows, whatever. This is a great place for your sponge also. You can put that in some gesso. Need to get some more. Any place that I want to add a little more light, I'll add that in. And again, there are no mistakes here because you're just working your own stuff. If you don't like something, spray it down and start over. Everything's going to run vertically. I'm starting to get a feel now. Okay, I'll put that down. This is a 99-cent spray bottle from some store. There are better atomizers out there. But really, all you're doing is throwing water into acrylic paint. That doesn't take... I wanted some more darks right in my center here. And over here. There we go. If you're not too careful, you'll wash away too much of your acrylic. Because remember, it is running down, so it's going to continue to grab as it moves down. And depending on that, you can experiment with the different colors that you have. I've got a high green going on here. I'm going to add a few yellows in there. And what I tend to do, I'll show this on a clip tomorrow, is I let this dry overnight. Acrylics always get darker when they dry, so it's kind of a nice surprise the next morning. I take a white piece of white chalk, or I have a white chalk pencil in there, and once this is completely dry, then you can actually sketch on your canvas a face, landscape, whatever you're going to be working on, right into the canvas. And you can continue on if you want to draw afterward. If you've got a good inspiration going, of course you can always do it. Once this is dry, you can do another drip. This is how I did Awakening and a few other paintings. I'm liking what I'm getting now. I'm getting a very solid, nice, smooth drip. You can stand back and just hit it with a few more raindrops if you want. Any place that's too solid, take your brush, just go over it, and hit it again. It's often good to go from the top. And that's about what I'm going to do with that. Got a good yellow streak going there. I'm going to add a bit more brown. Give me a sec. We'll go with a burnt umber. And I'll do what you should never do. I'll put it right on the brush. I'm not the first painter to do this either. Just go back with the brown. You can make it thick or thin. I wanted some brown in the corners to come down. A little bit of blue. And I usually do this when I am done with my palette and there's not much left that I want to do with the paint that's there. I'll go back and use up my paints this way. If you don't want it to drip as much, you can just let it set for a few minutes. Any globs of paint you get, you can smooth out with your brush. The last thing I'm going to do is put some dark. This is Payne's Gray, a little bit of ivory black, a little purple. That'll give me a good keeping my center part light. Okay. Hit that one last time. It's often good to take your time. Let the drips do their job, because they're going to start, and gravity will naturally take them where they're going to go. And you'll see the drip start to run. I know this lamp is shining really weird, but the explosion of color that you get is pretty cool. Feeling pretty good about that. Any areas you want a bit lighter, you just hit them a little bit more. And in the morning, I'll show you what this looks like. I think I've reached a point where I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, I'm going to sign off, and I'll show you what this looks like in the morning, and you'll be surprised.